And you with Geniene. Of course, it's Tuesday, and Uncle Zach and I are back to bring you some more information on tourism. In fact, it's never information, it's conversation.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And it's not as cold today.
No, it's not. I'm so glad to be back.
And you came in on a motorbike, of course.
I did. I always do. So I
we
enjoy myself
You've
there.
got so you can weave in the traffic.
I weave through the traffic and I just don't have traffic.
But you see, you don't have a boda.
What is a boda?
A boda is a motorbike that they use in Kampala and other parts of Uganda.
Okay.
Where you have these guys, they're crazy though. They have L plates for lunatics, I think.
Oh, really?
Because
Not
these
Limpopo.
guys, I don't drive in Kampala. I'll drive anywhere in the world, but I cannot drive there because these oaks are just all over the place.
Yeah.
But there are a better way of getting people around Kampala because the traffic is so hectic.
It's just a motorbike.
And they're restructuring the roads.
Okay.
It is easier for people to just hop on the back. So most of the Ugandan guys who travel on those bodas carry their own helmet.
Oh.
So when a boda stops to pick him up, they put a helmet on him.
Wait,
because he's got his own helmet.
So a boda is just a motorbike?
It's a motorbike.
Okay.
And
but
it's
a
a two-seater that takes 5 people. Oh. So it's great because they have this when you read the magazine on the Uganda Airlines, and it says at the back, and the form of transport is a boda, but they only take 2 people, the driver and 1 person. And I always laugh when I see that because I think, no, we're not in the real world.
Did you go on it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
A little bit apprehensive because I ride a motorbike in Joburg.
Okay.
And I ride my own. So kind of having watched these guys, I was like, but actually had great fun.
Okay.
I made sure, I said to the guy before I got on, if you drive like a maniac, I'm going to hit you off this bike.
Oh.
So you just drive nicely.
Okay.
And he did. He was like, he obviously sat there and thought, this auntie is going to seriously hurt me if I do anything strange.
Yeah.
But he was great. And I'm not saying they're all like that, but when you drive in Uganda, you have to be aware of them. They also use it for a form of transporting items. Oh. So you'll sometimes see a boda with 60,000 bananas on his bike.
Oh, wow.
Because he's busy taking the bananas to the market. So you can just see this little face and these little hands as they come out of all the bananas around you.
Oh, wow.
And then you've got a guy, we passed a guy traveling with a plinth. Now, you know what a plinth is? It holds a house up.
Oh.
It's that concrete bar.
No.
There he had the concrete bar, but not long ways. He had it sideways.
No.
It was so funny. I took a photograph of it. And I just thought, that's Africa. Africa doesn't say we can't.
Okay.
They go, how can we? And they look at a challenge and say, what do we need to do to make this happen? And you know what? They make it happen.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the key. It's not saying why they're using motorbikes. It's saying, look how they utilized what they have. And in Uganda as well, the guys ride the bikes and the women work in the fields.
Oh.
And the guys love to hang around the corners. Like you'll see all the guys waiting. You know, like taxi ranks?
Okay, yeah.
Because they're taxi ranks.
Yes.
So they also have things like, they created this sort of umbrella thing. So it fits on their handlebars and it goes over the passengers.
Oh.
So it's this, I wish they'd bring it here because I just look at these guys in the rain and here they have this whole, it fits on their front handlebars over their window, you know, the screen in the front.
Yeah.
And it takes it right over so their passengers are dry.
Really?
Yeah, it's like so cool.
Interesting.
And when I saw that the first time I was like, oh my God, I want one of those.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be very successful here.
So I'm actually going to open the show by something I received from one of the photographers that I went to Uganda for the first time.
Yeah.
I traveled in Africa, a little apprehensive, but when I traveled, I found it to be quite, it was like the safest. You could leave your phone on a table and come back and your phone is still there. Very safe country. All they ever worried about was whether I was going to fall down a pothole or not.
Oh.
But nobody ever worried about like coming to rob me. Because at first I was like a little nervous.
Yeah.
When these guys like rushed up towards me and I was like, you know, like how you take a deep breath and they were like, no, go, just be careful. There's potholes here. Let me show you around the potholes. I was like,
wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this is what he wrote. He said, my journey to Uganda, chimpanzees, gorillas, and a humbling adventure at 70.
Wow.
Traveling to Uganda all starts with flying over the vast blue expanse of Lake Victoria. finally touching down at Entebbe Airport. And Lake Victoria is so big. It takes us 737 a half an hour to fly over it.
Oh, really?
That's how big it is. 387 miles square.
What?
There I was met by the friendliest chaperone who handed me a Ugandan flag and enthusiastically pointed out all the important landmarks on our drive to Kampala. At the Sheraton, I was welcomed with a wonderful meal, a fitting start to the adventure. Our first real foray into the wild took us to the Kibale National Forest, where we set out early in the morning with skilled trackers and guides. And it wasn't long before we encountered the chimpanzees, despite the constant downpour that threatened my photography equipment. In hindsight, maybe it was a blessing. Instead of worrying about the perfect shot, I simply sat back and soaked in the magical sight of the chimps moving freely in their natural habitat. The next day was reserved for the big one on my bucket list, tracking the gorillas. And on the way to Bwindi Impenetrable Forest, we stopped at the Queen Elizabeth National Park, very much like a savanna. So the Queen National Park is a savanna where you can see animals easily. You don't have to kind of peer through the bush.
Yes.
So there's a lake inside there, like a lake / river. And in on the river, there we caught a boat. And we were able to, and that was the best part actually. All the animals come to drink out of the water. So we saw wildebeest, we saw elephant, we saw crocodiles.
Oh, wow.
There was a range of birds, and then we saw fishermen who were fixing their nets. So we actually got to see almost like a safari drive that you would do through a park.
Yeah.
We got to see it on a boat, quite comfortably seated, and a really good guide. He was fabulous actually.
Wow.
So I digress.
I just want to go there, man. Come on, man.
Well, definitely have to take you, because I promise you, when you get to the airport to go home, you actually don't want to go home.
Okay.
Enjoying a boat tour with incredible encounters with wildlife and a dazzling array of bird life. By nightfall, we found ourselves climbing a steep, bumpy mountain, quite unnerving in the dark. Unnerving was not even the word. I'm not even going to go through that journey, because I had my driver with one hand on the steering wheel. Eventually I said, Ronnie, you see these two hands?
Yeah.
You're going to put both hands on the steering wheel. He goes, but why? I said, because I can see right down the mountain on my side. You will put two hands on the steering wheel. And he did.
Oh, wow.
Because he had the old auntie next to him, and he was going to be in trouble otherwise. Eventually we reached, it was Gorilla Heights Lodge, high up in the rainforest, where we were greeted by the hotel manager. And of course, amazing dinner. And the rooms were just amazing. They have a 180-degree view of the forest, because he's high up in the mountains. So that you stay in these chalet where you just look over the mist. And we just thought, how privileged are we to be sitting in this mountain, just overlooking these mountains. Just amazing. And in the distance, you can see the Congolese border.
Okay.
So the guys were saying, you see where all those lights are? And we're like, yeah. And he says, that's the Congolese border over there.
Oh, wow.
That's how close they are. The following morning, after a hearty breakfast, we began the gorilla trekking. Now, I must remind you, I'm 70 years old. As trekking began, the reality set in. Getting down to the near vertical forested mountain was challenging enough, never mind climbing back up. I stopped halfway. I decided to go back up, and purely for the simple reason that if I carried on going down, I couldn't afford the helicopter to fetch me.
Okay.
So I knew that I wasn't going to. So you have to be fit to do those. The other group were lucky. They saw the gorillas fairly quickly. They kind of arrived almost within a few steps of going down. They saw the gorillas, and we had to climb a flippin' million miles. But they did see them. And it was too funny, because when they got down there, one of the guys had the GoPro, and they tell you in the guiding area that you mustn't race. If a silverback races towards you, you must stand still, because then he doesn't see you as a threat. So one of them charged the group, not charged, but he ran towards the group. And the guy with the GoPro stood there, and he was like, don't worry guys, I got the GoPro, it's still going. And you can hear his voice on the video, and he's like, it's still going, we're all good. And he turned around, and everybody, including the guard, had disappeared up the mountain. They were not waiting for that.
Wow.
So he was totally on his own without even knowing about it. The others had disappeared. It was so funny. It's still in my ever optimistic helper urged, come on, Mr. Ken, the gorillas are just ahead. He came back 7 hours later.
Wow.
That's how long it took him to climb back up. With the rain bucketing down, the muddy shoes turning into slides, and breathless pauses quickly leading to ant attacks, because they have the ants on the ground as well, so you have to keep moving. It was becoming quite the ordeal. I remember thinking that if I couldn't make it back up, at least I'd go out in the company of gorillas.
Oh, wow. Kind of adventure.
It was absolutely an adventure. And then suddenly the loud, unmistakable vocal charge of the silverback exploded nearby because he was quite far back and he saw it happen in front of him where the gorillas were. My tracker pointed his stick towards the beast, and as I stood there unable to run, I briefly thought, well, at least I won't have to climb back up the mountain.
Oh, wow.
Yet there I was in the pouring rain, privileged to watch these magnificent creatures. My heart raced so loudly I couldn't even lift my camera. And then came the true challenge, the climb back up. But by now my big toenails had parted ways with my toes, and my legs had simply refused to obey. I half joked about calling a helicopter. Silence was my only answer. Somehow I made it to the top where I was told the vehicle couldn't reach us. We still had about a 7-kilometer walk.
Sure.
To my delight, our determined driver defied the odds and met us halfway. Because we sent out a search party because it was starting to get dark. And there's no cell phone signal.
Sure.
I was welcomed by staff and guests alike. My strongest advice for anyone hoping to track gorillas, do some serious fitness training.
Yeah.
Return to Kampala was more relaxed, offering spectacular vistas and superb bird watching. A perfect end to an unforgettable Uganda adventure.
Wow.
And that's Ken Lovell, photographer. He's a wildlife photographer.
Sure.
And we were fortunate to have him. And he said to me afterwards, you were so lucky to stop where you did.
Yeah. Wow. Sure. The lengths you have to go to as a photographer just to get those moments.
Just to get those moments. But yeah. And
you got to be fit.
Today we're fortunate to have Paul Amoru, who's the ambassador for Uganda, with us in the studio because he loves my stories.
I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Always sharing stories with him.
Good morning and welcome to our show, Beyond the Itinerary. So how are you doing this morning?
Wow, I'm doing awesome.
As always.
Yes. And I brought all the warmth from Kampala.
Yes,
that's why it feels this warm.
Absolutely.
Not only in the studio, but even right out there.
Yeah.
So greetings from the Pearl of Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That phrase, Pearl of Africa, was used by Winston Churchill.
Oh.
It described Pearl of Africa. The
Pearl
Pearl of Africa, as in pearl.
Yes. Yeah. So it's awesome. Well, I really thank Preston and you, Uncle Zach, for the opportunity to be here.
Yes, sir.
I know many people in Uganda, in Kampala, in East Africa, and in Southern Africa following this talk show.
Oh, wow.
And I'm honored on the behalf of the government of Uganda, the Uganda High Commission here in Pretoria, and my colleagues to join you. Have hosted her a couple of times at our offices in Pretoria.
Okay.
And she's been inviting me to come.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it already.
Thank you.
All around me, I'm seeing Ugandan products.
Yes.
I'm seeing Uganda Waraji. I'm seeing coffee from Uganda. And all this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for loving Uganda. And Uganda is part of the bigger story of Africa.
I think one of the things that really amazed me about Uganda was that you are true to the food to table.
Yeah.
When they say that food to table is sustainable tourism, they really do mean that, because all their lodges in Uganda, they support their local communities, both by nature walks, so they take their guests into the community, but they also provide the food for that lodge. So the things that they have, like their avos, oh my word, this trip that we were on, we used to fight for the avos. Like we wouldn't leave the queue until they replenished the avo bowl. Because their avo is just so gorgeous. And of course their fruit, the pineapples are grown locally. And their pineapples are huge. They're like this big. We try to bring them home and they wouldn't let us take them home. It's like, no. But their pineapples are just the juiciest things ever. So we always, when we travel to Uganda, we always buy a few and keep them in our bar fridges or wherever we go. We take little Tupperwares with and we stock them into our Tupperware, so when we're traveling we have you can't resist.
Oh wow.
When you've tried the fruit and the vegetables in Uganda, you come back and you think that's why they don't travel their goods, like logistically they don't travel big trucks across the country.
Sure.
Because all the communities are supported by what they grow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, the good news is that now here we have a Ugandan who is now bringing in all the fresh foods. Yeah,
you have to share his number.
Yeah, under federal foods. So I'm happy to be here. First, I need to quickly tell you the Uganda High Commission in Pretoria covers 6 countries, including South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Eswatini, and Lesotho.
Okay.
And so we are happy to be here, and we enjoy warm bilateral ties with all these countries. We share a deep history, and indeed now the new diplomacy that we are focusing on, the traditional aspects of maintaining bilateral ties, of consular services and all of that is good and going. But there's now what we are calling commercial and economic diplomacy.
Okay.
Because we believe that it's not good enough to celebrate good relationship if there's nothing to show for it. So we think that good relationship should lead to tourism, more travels between our countries. It should lead to investments in the host country and back home in Uganda, where I come from. It should open markets to different products that are being produced here in South Africa and those that are in Uganda. And so I'll have the opportunity today to share with you quickly some facts within the tourism landscape of Uganda. And then I'll also talk to you about the upcoming Tusker Lite Rwenzori Marathon, which is coming on 23rd.
And that's the one you're going to be running
I'm
at.
already, yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
word! He's trying to convince me to run, but I think I'm going to let you run instead
I can do it.
because I think you got the physique.
How long is the race? Let's start there first.
It's a marathon, darling.
about
42 Ks.
42.
42
yeah.
Ks.
We can do it.
It's awesome. When I
Okay.
describe for you the place, and definitely after this, you're going to do a little more search.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can't wait for 23rd to come.
Yes.
So Uganda combines natural wonder, investment potential, and cultural heritage, and all this is accessible in one destination. We have one direct flight now every day from Kampala
Okay.
to Johannesburg, and then we have 4 direct flights to Harare. So within the region, Lusaka is also having 4 direct flights, and soon we're gonna start flights to Cape Town as well.
But it's been amazing to watch because Uganda's been very. They start everything in Africa. It's like this tiny little country.
Yeah.
But they started to do flights left to right. So the other airlines followed. Because they used to only go up and down. Airlines in Africa went up and down, not left and right. So it was a real challenge. Uganda Airlines came along and said, hang on a second, we're going to go left to right as well. So all the other airlines followed. So they're great leaders in the things that they do, they lead. And then the others follow. It's quite interesting to watch, actually.
Incredible.
Because, you know, like the She Cranes are your, the netball. I think they're
They're
second
the-
in the world, or they're first.
The best in Africa.
They're the best
Second
in
in
Africa, second
yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
You have the kids who dance. They went on
The Ghetto
America's Got
Kids.
Talent, the Ghetto Kids.
Yes.
They won Britain's Got Talent, and they were in the finals of America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
So again, and now there's Kenyans and the Ethiopians
And
that are sending
we
troops.
want to invite them here soon. I hope they can visit your studio.
Oh, absolutely.
Huh?
Yes.
Couldn't
please.
imagine anything nicer. So very much leaders,
Yeah.
and now they're leading in the. Oh, sorry, they're
That's
leading
right.
in the marathon category because most of the countries don't have marathons. Here is Uganda with the Rwenzori marathon, saying we can do a mountain marathon. Why don't we all go there? So very much a leader.
So I wanted to segment Uganda, as many people will now get to know. We have the natural splendor. For example, Uganda is home to 10 national parks. This includes Windy Impenetrable Forest, Queen Elizabeth National Park. We have 12 wildlife reserves, and over 1,070 bird species. This makes about 50% of Africa's total bird species alone. Wow. Uganda also protects about 459 mountain gorillas. Wow. And this nearly makes half of the world's population.
That's
of
incredible.
mountain. This is all in Uganda.
Yeah.
The gorillas, the silverbacks.
Yes.
That's
Then you have we have the source of the Nile. If you've seen the Nile that flows all the way to Egypt.
Yes.
It starts its journey right in Uganda.
There's a
in
big
place
battle on
called
about
Ginger.
that.
There's no battle.
There's a battle on about that because there's a few countries that claim that, but they've always been known as Ginger because it was such a successful thing to have. Because Lamala is one of the most Instagrammable lodges in Africa, and it's at the start of the Nile.
Yeah.
So they built Ginger is all around the river rafting and all of that is around. There's even a bar that's always underwater that you visit because it's in the water that says we are at the source of the Nile. And there's a sign that does the same. Now all the countries, as I said, they're a leader. So now all the countries around them going, hang on a second, hang on. I'm sure we are too.
Oh, wow.
And they're all wannabes. They're the Ugandan wannabes, we call them. So so that's why you find that a lot of what they do in Uganda is followed by the others. They're always first. So I think the source of the Nile is safely with you.
Safely with us. Now, then, when I talk about the Rwenzori Mountains, where we are going to be going on 23rd, the mountains are snow-capped every day of the year. And the mountains reach up to 5,109 meters. Yes. So you've been there? You've been there, Preston?
No, I haven't done the Rwenzori because I wanted to save it for the marathon because there's no point in seeing something twice. But no, I'm not running it. Just so we have that absolutely clear. Whoever is listening and watching,
walk it.
Okay.
I am not running the marathon.
At least you'll flag off. You
What
can
does that
be
mean?
at the starting point.
Oh yes, I'll be at the starting point, and I'll be. If it ends in the same place, I'm there.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain I will join you on the run though. But maybe they've got a boda that will follow it so that I can film it.
But the border will carry you around.
Yes.
And by the way, that the border is a phenomenon also.
Okay.
When you in Kampala or any other town in the city, but they come from border. Border to border. So in the beginning, the small businesses used to use these bicycles.
Okay.
Yes, to ferry goods across.
Yes.
Yes, from one border to the other.
Is that how the name came about?
So now they then coined it border. Now let me also briefly tell you about our cultural richness, because sometimes when you talk about tourism, people think it's just about animals.
Yes, that's true.
And yet it's also about the people, about the food, about languages and all of that.
Yes.
Now, one interesting thing is Uganda has 56 indigenous tribes. 56 dialects.
Yeah, 56 dialects.
That's a lot.
So even in one sub-region, say you are in Gauteng.
Okay.
You find Gauteng alone, you will have over 10 different dialects.
Yes.
And some of them completely don't understand each other.
Okay.
Yes. So these some of the major ones. We have the Uganda Kingdom. That's the largest traditional monarchy in East Africa, actually. You have the Karamojong pastoralists. Then you have the Batwa. These are forest dwellers.
Okay.
Yes, and they're quite close to either in Kasese, where we are going to be. So Uganda offers all these authentic experiences. When you're in Kampala, you have traditional courts. In Kampala, you have the cattle herders. You know about the Ankole cows.
Yes, the famous Cyril Ramaphosa's Ankoles.
Yes, when you come to Uganda, they'll just give it to you at as a gift. Yeah, every guest or at when you, for instance, if someone is marrying, say in western part of Uganda, all the uncles will be coming with the Ankole cows to give the young couple. Yes. So even from one ceremony, you can collect 100 Ankole cows.
That's incredible. Yes.
So certainly when you come over, you are going to be able to see and enjoy. So that gives you a brief picture of really how rich Uganda is in terms of culture. 56 different
and
dialects.
they're also they've just fixed 21,000 kilometers of road.
Okay.
And they're continually upgrading the roads.
Yeah.
So the thing is, because of tourism and because they don't have regional airports, everything is done by road. So you need to go from Kampala to Bwindi by road. And that's about 10 hours by road.
How many cities do you have in Uganda? How many cities?
It's probably
we,
quite
we
a
have
few.
we have about 19 cities.
19 cities.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So the major ones, you have Kampala,
okay.
you have Mbarara, you have Masaka, you have Lira, you have Gulu.
Are
you
those
have, these are cities.
These are like equivalent to your Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni type of
Equivalent.
Okay.
Yeah, but the major so some of them were elevated to city status just in the last few years, like 5 years or 4 years. Yes, but these are major cities and they represent the sub regions.
Oh, okay.
So what you call provinces here, we have in our structure when you have the district, which is a district or a municipality.
Yes.
Then you have a city, and so you don't have regional governments,
which is local government in our case.
They have a very different system.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what I'm
it's
trying
quite
to...
an interesting. There's a village head, and then I when I was last in Uganda, they told me about like the village nominates a person, and then there's like another nomination. He can nominate who he wants to work with, but then he has to go back to the villages and say, are you okay with who I have on my, if you like, my local cabinet?
Oh.
And if the guys don't like somebody, they can say you can't have that person, and he has to replace that person. And then it gets like bigger and bigger and bigger, so until you get to the government.
So the village is like a cell. It's the smallest administrative unit.
Okay.
And this was an idea that was brought in by the current president to organize and mobilize communities.
Okay.
For two major things. One, productivity, to be able to engage in economic activities, but two, issue of security.
Yes.
So when you travel from Kampala to a rural area, a village, you must report to the LC1. The LC1 should know who are the visitors in this area.
You report before you leave.
Even when you arrive, your guest. If you have a guest, for me as the host, I should inform the LC1 that I have a guest in our area.
Oh, okay.
And so the LC1 system is very powerful. There's even an LC1 court system. So that's disputes that arise before they go to the formal court structure and system. They could be resolved. Many issues are resolved at that level.
That's the traditional courts you're talking about.
Yeah, that's like the traditional court. But they are recognized by our constitution.
Okay.
And they are informal, but very efficient because it then allows for reconciliation and harmonizing of issues, disputes before they escalate. And probably go to actual fully-fledged courts of law.
Okay.
Yes. So I wanted to give you some of the experiences that on 23rd we have the marathon, but the Uganda High Commission is putting together a team of about 6 to 7 runners and content creators, media people.
Yes.
Who will also have the opportunity to go to about 10 other different tourism sites in Uganda. So they will spend about 10 days from 18th to 28th. 18th of August to 28th of August.
Okay.
So the marathon is like the climax of it, but we will have opportunity to go through certain areas. For example, she talked about the gorilla tracking in Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. When you go to Bwindi, you will encounter about 19 different types of gorillas, families. And this is spread across 331 square kilometers of ancient forest. It's thick. That's why they call it impenetrable.
And most of their forests are not fenced. So they have no fencing that keeps animals inside. And what's quite interesting about Uganda as well is because the forests are not fenced, you have the human element encroaching on the forest, and you have the forest encroaching. So a little while ago when I was fortunate enough to visit Ngamba Island, which is where the chimpanzees are rescued and put on a rescue island. I was with Joshua Rukundo. He's one of the Dr. Joshua Rukundo. He's one of the wildlife veterinarians on the Chimpanzee Trust board, and he told me that what they're trying to do as well is they're trying to take, because you've got these animals now they see a goat, because now there's a farmer, a subsistence farmer right next to the forest. They go, oh, there's a goat, I think I'll help myself. And then of course, because the goat is tethered, he jumps down and helps himself to the goat. But now the farmer's all upset because now his goat is gone. So now he wants to go and kill the gorilla without him realizing that the gorillas or the chimps are part of the whole tourism ecosystem. And it's not really something you should be doing. But if they had to put fences up, it would kind of not allow them to roam as freely as they do.
Yeah.
So
are there attacks though by gorillas on humans?
Well, yeah, it has been really managed because there's a lot of our communities that stay close to the gazetted national parks. Get a lot of support from Uganda Wildlife Authority. There's a lot of sensitization, but once in a while we have the human animal conflict.
But it's natural because of the non-fencing. And what was quite interesting was when I interviewed the lady at her name, she was at the Kigali chimpanzee, where you go and see the chimpanzees in that primate reserve. She actually said to me, one of the drives that they're trying to do is they're trying to get what used to be poachers into caring for the animals. Dr. Joshua Rukundo also told me that. They're trying to take those guys that were poachers and turning them into carers. So instead of them sending in like researchers, these guys every day would get to know, because they name all these animals and they recognize them. So they'll come back and say, today Katie wasn't well, it looks like she's hurt her foot. Then they pay him for that daily care. So he no longer has to poach to get money. He's now paid to take care of them.
That's incredible.
Then he reports back to a central reporting point. Now the wildlife vets know that there's an animal that needs their care, because also the island is not big enough for more animals. So it's not a reproduction center, it's a rescue center. But once chimpanzees are rescued, they can't be put back into the family they came from, because chimpanzees are very territorial and they don't want strangers in their families. But that also means they have to look after these animals for 60 years, because chimps can live up to 60 years. But they can't have more animals. They've already got more than what that island can carry. So it is easier now to fix the animals inside their natural habitat than it is to take them out, fix them and try and return them. So that's what the carers do. They report the animal behavior, they report the animal injury, and then somebody is sent in to fix that animal inside where they belong.
Absolutely.
Talking about the chimpanzees, the largest area we have them is in the Chibale forest. The forest is about 766 square kilometers sanctuary for the chimpanzees, and the numbers are estimated to be about 1,500 chimpanzees and 12 other primate species, which includes the red columbus type of species that are in that particular
in that area.
Area.
Her name was Prossie. I remember now. She was Prossie was the guide.
Yes. Then we have the Big Five, what we call the Big Five safaris. You have that in Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth alone is about 1,978 square miles, and then you have a very beautiful place called the Mashon Falls. Mashon Falls is about 3,840 square kilometers.
And close to that, they have the rhino rescue called the Zero Rhino Rescue.
Yes.
Believe it or not, they rescue rhinos, and it's an orphanage for rhinos.
True.
So they're also looking after the rhinos for us in Africa, because that's where and it's near Murchison Falls.
Wow.
For our elephants in our national parks, we're featuring over 4,000 elephants and about 800 buffalo herds. So you can see it's just a wonder.
I can imagine it as you talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fortunately, Preston has been able to witness some of the things. We also have water adventure.
Okay. That's
Yes.
my kind of thing.
Your kind
like
of
what?
thing,
River rafting or what? What are you talking about?
Yes, you have rafting in Ginger.
Okay.
Simply amazing.
Mhm.
So you experience what we call the world-class Grade 5 whitewater rafting.
Mhm.
This is on the Nile.
Yeah, but
in
just hang on
Ginger.
a second. You have to finish that story.
Yes.
The Rapid 6 runs right past the lodge. So when you're on the rapids, you kind of get up to the lodge where the water runs right past it. And that's where the Rapid 6s are. And you can get to this corner, and we always say to them, are we going to go past on the Rapid 6? And he always says, I wonder if you guys have behaved, if we should turn the corner here or if we should carry on straight. And then they get to like the very edge, and then everybody's like rowing frantically, because the one side of the boat you have to row really frantically to turn left.
Yeah.
To go around where the rapids are not dangerous,
Oh.
because the rapids are very dangerous going past the lodge. It's like hectic.
Actually, rapids stretch up to 8 kilometers
Oh.
of continuous rapids. Yeah,
Wow.
and you have the legendary Big Brother spot they call it Big Brother, and then you have the silver park sections. So that you did the rafting.
Yeah, we did the rafting. It's a full day rafting adventure.
How many people on the boat?
There were 6 of us. And then what they do, it's quite fun, because they...
Three
they-
on one side,
and
three
three on the other.
Okay.
And then what they do is they make you fall over to show you, if you fall out the boat, your fellow passenger must help you come back on.
Oh.
And we had a guy called Q on our boat. He was a huge Rwandan guy, like
Yeah.
huge. And he loved to fall in and wait to be rescued.
Oh, wow.
Now, I mean, my
How do you put him back on the boat?
Well, everybody on the boat was like really skinny, except
Okay.
for our guide. And our guide was really funny because he was quite a stout guy. So he was like, he'd fall out the boat and we'd say, we're not fetching you. He's like, but you have to fetch me. Like, we're not fetching you. Eventually he says, but you have to practice. And you see everybody trying to haul this guy back into the boat. It was like so funny. But then he comes back in the boat and 5 minutes later he's fallen out again. It's like, can we please stay in the boat?
Yeah. Wow.
But then they feed you on the boat as well. So you get all the fresh fruit. You get watermelon and pineapple, and they give you the food. And I said, what do I do with the peel afterwards? And he says, no, you put it in the Nile. I said, but you can't litter. He's like, you're not littering, you're feeding the fish, because all of this fruit and vegetables is how we feed the fish, because their fish is called tilapia and Nile perch. That's the 2 types of fish from Lake Victoria and from the Nile that are subsistence farming for those fish.
What,
So it was really fun.
what about bungee jumping? Did you do that?
I did the bungee jumping.
You did the bungee jumping?
But I did a chest jump.
What is
So
Yes,
I went
and this is from 44
over the Nile.
meter tower.
Yeah,
44 meter tower.
tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to climb all the steps. There's no lift.
Okay.
You have to and by the time you've got up there, you may as well jump off.
Yeah,
because
you
I mean
can't
you've
decide.
climbed the whole way.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you unfortunately they do bring you back up, and you have to walk down because they rope you back up.
So they roll you back up
Yes, but they do weigh you at the
with
bottom.
your head facing down.
No, I did a chest jump, so that means I jump forward, and I don't go by feet. That means,
but don't
it's
you
like a
still
swing.
face down?
No, you basically are always up because the rope comes from behind you.
Okay.
So when you jump, the rope is behind you and it keeps you elevated the whole time. I mean, you do kind of go backwards and forwards, but you're able to see. So when I jumped, I remember at the bottom it's at a drift, and the guys at the bottom shout because they have to weigh you, and they write your weight on your hand because they've got to use the right rope. They have different color ropes for different weights.
Okay.
And of course the guy at the top shouted, "How much does she weigh?" And he said, 117 kilos. I said, "Why don't you just tell the whole world?" I mean, really? Can we not just have radioed that? You know? So they gave me a purple rope, and they went through the whole thing, and then then you stand on the edge, and basically, you know, I stood there and I thought, you know what, every day as an entrepreneur you stand on the edge of a precipice and you never really know what's going to happen today. So what difference does it make if I'm standing on the edge of a jump?
Yeah.
So I jumped, and then I thought, okay, I'm going to keep my eyes closed. But actually I thought, how stupid is that? When am I next going to see the Nile from up there?
Yeah.
And it is the most beautiful view.
Beautiful view.
I mean, jumping off some random bridge somewhere that has a roadway below is stupid. You have
Sure.
to just jump with something to look at.
Yeah.
And this was the Nile, because it's the Nile rushing past at the bottom.
Mm.
And it was the most amazing jump. It really was.
Awesome.
I mean, a couple of seconds, but yeah, at 65, I jumped.
That's incredible, man. Geniene, I want us to listen to the voice notes because we've asked people to tell us their story, their experiences of Uganda.
Okay.
And we've asked them to participate in our conversation this morning. And of course, this is Beyond the Itinerary with myself, Uncle Zach, and Geniene. And of course, we've got a wonderful guest right here, the ambassador. I do want to speak to you about you and how you got into what you, being. Are you a politician or is an ambassador a politician? Or do you get appointed?
He always tells the truth.
Do you get appointed by the president?
Oh, sure. Yes, I think all ambassadors are political representatives of their capitals. But also cultural, economic representatives and all of that. So my background is in media.
Really?
So my first degree and second degree all are in journalism and communication.
Okay.
But I also served in the National Parliament of Uganda for 5 years as a member of Parliament. Yes. Then that was in the last Parliament.
Yes.
So I was then appointed by the president to be the High Commissioner of Uganda.
Oh.
Extraordinary and plenipotentiary to the Republic of South Africa with accreditation to 5 other countries.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When did this happen?
I'm actually making 3 years this month.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I reported on 29th of July 2022.
Yeah.
That's when I reported to start my tour of duty.
Oh, man, I'm so happy to hear this.
Thank
First
you.
time I meet an ambassador. I'm so happy to to have you with us. And I want to talk more about what you do. And I want us to quickly listen to what our voice notes have to say so that you can respond to them as well.
Okay.
Let's take a listen.
Destination marketing specialist from Poland Tourism and former market destination representative for Uganda Tourism Board in Africa. If you're looking for a destination that blends adventure, culture, and luxury, Uganda is calling. Come explore the mighty River Nile from the white water rafting in Jinja to sunset cruises and breathtaking riverbank lodges. Discover the wild in Murchison Falls and Queen Elizabeth National Parks and witness the rare mountain gorillas in Bwindi impenetrable forest. For meetings and events, the Standing Speak Resort Convention Center in Kampala offers world-class facilities right on the shores of Lake Victoria. Uganda truly is the pearl of Africa, untamed, unforgettable, and waiting for you. Explore Uganda. Destination marketing specialist from Poland Tourism and former marketing
Oh, sorry, that's the same one. Let's go to the next one that we've got here. Let's take a listen.
Good morning. I want to tell you about Uganda. It's such a wonderful place. It's the perfect place to go for a sunset cruise on Lake Victoria, have a glass of wine, and watch the sunset as only an African sunset can be. Visit Gamba Island, feed the chimpanzees there, and then you can go for a round of golf at the Lake Victoria Serena Golf Club and Spa. Kampala is a vibrant, busy city. That's where I do my shopping for coffee and rice. The best coffee that you can find in Africa, that's for sure. If you want to see that, if you want to experience Uganda, Kampala, all of that for yourself, give me a ring and I'll help you arrange a trip there. This is Karen from Serena Hotels. Goodbye.
Hey, Geniene, thanks for being in touch. Trust your trip went well. I'm actually on a road trip from Durban down to the Cape at the moment and in a really cute little Carletsdorp, and I'm about to go and do some wine tasting later this afternoon. So look forward to that. Yeah, I must rack my brain now thinking Uganda. What an interesting, beautiful, surprised visit that was. I went, the boyfriend at the time was engineer, was surveying the ferry. So we flew into Entebbe, and it was a real mix of a trip from obviously business at the Sheraton, and then suddenly us doing our own little 3 up on the little 100 Boda Boda CC to staying in the local spots, which I absolutely love. I obviously love experience, culture, and people, proper people in places. So went to Ginger and paddled up towards the source. Obviously, it's a really strong flowing, battled, but really loved that. I just remember being absolutely delightful and having their sundowners. Really enjoyed around, I think it's Lake Victoria there. Hey? And Kampala was chaotic, but really fun as well. I remember their lovely market. I bought some stuff there, some textiles. Lovely people. The way the taxis park is hilarious. Then we headed to, which was such a surprise spot, was, I think I said Lake Banyani, in the southwest. It wasn't on the itinerary or plan, but luckily I asked around and listened to local knowledge, and it was a piece of paradise. I must say, I really loved that little spot, and we stayed a few days there, hiked and canoed and bird watched, and just, we were on the lake in those glamping tents, and it was just magnificent. And then we headed to a rustic place on the border of Rwanda. I think it's one of those, I want to say nature parks, nature reserves, and we climbed the 3 peaks. So that was really tough, but also divine. So Uganda's a combination of everything. I didn't get up to the gorillas. It was overpriced for us locals. I wish there was more of a discount. It's exorbitant, obviously, in dollars for the permit. And sort of understand why they do it. But also we met a fascinating woman that was there studying the golden monkeys. And if I recall, we did see those briefly. As you know, travel stacks. Luckily done over 100 countries. But Uganda is definitely, I spent time in Malawi as well, but Uganda is absolutely glorious. And it's awesome that you get to visit regularly and a bit of an ambassador, do media for them. So, hopefully this is a little bit of feedback, positive feedback. It's a really beautiful part of Africa. And, wish more travelers would get there. Okay, anyway, you take care, and we'll stay in touch. We'll speak soon, I'm sure.
Thank you very much. That was absolutely beautiful insights.
There's so much that Uganda has to offer in terms of a collective. So you'll also find that they do river rafting. The first time I met the Sana gorilla rafting guys, Natalie and Sadat, I said to them, so I can see the gorillas if I go white river rafting? They were like, no, we just called it gorilla rafting. But also, lovely couple started river rafting on a different part of Uganda, quite near the Queen Elizabeth Park. Yeah. So there's a lot of it. You can bike, you can use motorbikes through Uganda. You can do, we have one, Peter Ngaba, he does, cycling, mountain biking through Uganda. So you can actually mountain bike and see the animals very safely as well. I need to be fit, obviously. But again, they just so in everything that they do there, everyone else copies. So it's quite interesting to watch. Yeah. Because they support that.
Yes. And if you may allow, we've talked about the Tusker Lite Rwenzori marathon. I just wanted to give some specifics about the marathon. First, I want to take the opportunity to invite everybody, including us in the studio.
Okay.
That please mark your calendars, 23rd August 2025, and join us for the Tusker Lite Rwenzori marathon starting at 6 a.m. from Kasese Municipal Stadium. And this will be at about 1,200 meters elevation, where the running is starting off. This challenging yet rewarding race takes runners through the foothills of Margarita Peak. That peak is 5,109 meters and offering 4 distance categories. with varying elevation gains. Number one, there is the breathtaking routes. So you could choose from 5,000 elevation, and this you're able to run about through several villages. There is Nyakalanja village, you have Kilembe copper mines, and then you have the scenic Mubuku River Valley with direct views of Mount Stanley's glaciated peaks. Then you have the cultural immersion. You have 3-day festival featuring traditional Bakonzo drumming performances. You have the local waraji testing. You have the Uganda waraji, but you have so many different types of local gin, which is made very organic from our communities there. Then you have the hand-woven baskets. You have the wood carvings
And you
from
can't forget
Kasese
this wood one.
Yes, there's this one here, right here in the studio. So this replaces the glass.
Yes, so this is in after they finish making furniture, they use the offcuts because they're really big on sustainability and planet saving. So every piece of wood that they have does not get thrown away, it gets turned into wine glasses. Look how thin is that wine glass.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like crystal. And drinking wine out of there is amazing. I promise you, it changes the whole taste of the wine. I bought a whole set when I was in Uganda last, and I just couldn't resist. So I carry it with me everywhere because I want everyone to taste how good it is to drink cool drink or water out of that wood.
And for any reason, if you drop it, you just pick it and clean it up.
You don't have to.
So you have the Kasese women cooperatives that are doing this.
Okay.
You will also have the guided visits to King Omusinga Charles Wesley Mumbere palace. There's a palace there, and so this gives you a very great impact. There's a lot of effort to conservation, as she mentioned, and part of the 25% of the registration fee for the marathon goes to support Uganda Wildlife Authority in preserving the area. So it's,
Sorry?
pardon?
No, I was just going to say, and you can't forget the fact that the animals are really, truly a part of what they do. Correct. It's very much, Uganda is all-encompassing.
So last year, we attracted a total of 2,847 participants from 23 countries. And we had several coming from South Africa as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we are hoping that the numbers will really shoot up this time. In 2023, we had 223, so you can see the growth.
Yes.
From 223 to 2,847.
It's a big jump.
Yes, and so we think we will more than triple.
Okay.
In this particular year, and so everyone is invited, and we will be doing this every year in, year out, to ensure that the Southern Africa registers the largest.
Yes.
So you are invited to partner with us in promoting this, so that we are keeping our people healthy.
Yes.
But they are also doing that with so much fun, with leisure, travel experience, and enjoying the
Well, they don't call me Miss Uganda for nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
We've got a few minutes left, Paul.
Okay.
Please share any opportunities for investment, revenue, how we can partner from an investment perspective with Uganda.
Awesome. First, some quick facts. Uganda, the GDP has been growing by 5.3% for about a decade.
5.3%.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes, so we attained that growth, and inflation rate has also remained around 6.8. So because this gives any average investor a picture of the stability that we have in the country. And then the East African market, the East African community has expanded, and Uganda is landlocked but connected, because first we are sharing border with Kenya, with Tanzania, with Rwanda, with Congo, with South Sudan, but also the other countries, Burundi, Somalia, they are within reach. So Uganda has maintained uninterrupted civilian government since 1986, with President Museveni providing consistent pro-business policies. The Investment Code Act guarantees 100% foreign ownership in most sectors, unrestricted profit repatriation, and constitutional protection against nationalization without fair compensation or market value. So this is embedded in the law. The tax incentives include 1, 10-year corporate tax holiday for investments above $10 million in manufacturing, 0% VAT on imported machinery and equipment, accelerated depreciation at 50% in year one, and preferential 20% corporate tax rate versus standard 30%. So here, how is that? Most places is at 30. This one is at 20. This is for agro processing. We have so many South African companies that have succeeded big time in our economy. MTN is one of the groups. We have Absa Bank. We have Standard Bank, which trades as Stanbic in Uganda. You have All Mutual. You have Sanlam and all these other groups there. So we have more people now going into agriculture and going into mining within the country. So as I said, Uganda offers a strategic gateway to East Africa, and so our strategic location means that we have a combined market of close to 300 million people.
That's a lot of people
within that region. And so when you invest in Uganda, you then have access. You have zero tariff access to Kenya. Kenya's GDP is 109 billion. And then you also have zero tariff access to Tanzania. That is 67 billion GDP. You have zero tariff access to Rwanda. That's 11 billion GDP. Burundi, 3 billion. South Sudan, 3 billion. DRC, 55 billion. And then you have single customs territory, reducing transit time from Mombasa to Kampala. Previously it was about 21 days. Now it's within 4 days. And you have reached where you need to be. Then we have the standard gauge railway. So the question of infrastructure is very important. When we talk about deepening African, intra-African trade, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, so we need infrastructure to move the goods, to move the tourists.
I wonder if they should talk to our railway department about. Do you think Transnet are listening?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be amazing if we could get our railways back? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, imagine we could take all the trucks off the road. We wouldn't destroy our roads because we'd have railways.
Absolutely.
Be flippin' amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Paul, we have 1 more minute.
Yes.
We're running out of time. So now you have to tell us in 1 minute.
Yes.
How do they find you to invest in Uganda or to have co-investment opportunities?
Okay, great. So I want to really thank you once again for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
And there's so much. What we have touched is just a scratch.
So now you have to come back.
I think I have to be coming back. You
be
said
coming
every month I should be here.
You have to be back.
So that every month we focus within one area, so
Absolutely.
that we can go into details and details.
Yeah.
But there's so much in oil and gas, in forestry, minerals, water resources.
So we're going to have you here until next year.
Yes, I'm going to be here doing my work, and we want to have more people coming to do agriculture, large commercial agriculture in Uganda.
Okay.
Value addition. We also have the biggest electric bus plant in Uganda.
They do.
It's
They were
called
the first
Kira Motors, and we are working with the Ministry of Science and Technology to do road shows for the first time within Southern Africa, sometime before end of this year. And so we shall be informing you. And we are based in Pretoria as the embassy, And we are reachable by email, by phone, or you can come physically to our office so that we can share. I'm having meetings every single day with different potential investors, people who want to do business in Uganda, people who have services to provide in Uganda, people who want to be linked with business partners in Uganda. We are going to be holding road shows for tour agents and tour operators and linking them up so that we begin to have joint destination marketing and many more other things. We have exchanges in education with our universities. The cultural institutions are traveling back and forth and getting linked up. So much is happening, and you are welcome to the Pearl of Africa, and Uganda is home to
and
everyone on the
they can always
continent.
look on Explore Uganda,
Pardon?
www.exploreuganda.com.
Exactly.
Because it's a wonderful website, and
Yes.
it gives you all your opportunities of what to see and visit. And of course, they can contact me as
and
well.
your T-shirt is Explore Uganda. So right next to me we have the princess.
Absolutely.
Yes, of Uganda. Miss Uganda.
Correct.
Yes.
Wow.
So she did a good job.
Miss Uganda.
Yes.
That's incredible. Mr. Paul, thank you so much, man. I could listen to you the whole day, and every time you speak, I just develop these, there's this just vision of seeing what it looks like in that country, and I look forward to that. And thanks for the invite. It was absolutely amazing having you in the studio. Geniene, that was
listen,
beautiful.
I've said to Paul before, Paul and I met a couple of years ago. In fact, it was last year. And I didn't know who he was. He was sitting at a table with Monica, who was from Uganda Airlines. I had no idea who he was. And there I was waxing lyrically about Uganda. And he was like, how do you know so much about Uganda? I said, well, because I produced a magazine called Pearl of Africa for a year. So I did a lot of research on it. And of course, I visited there as well. So I had the combination of both. And it doesn't matter which other country I visit in Africa. I always try and reserve not to say, oh, but in Uganda they have. So now I don't say that anymore, because I'm always itching to say, but in Uganda they have.
Yeah.
Paul has been a
she's
real
amazing.
pleasure.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
And the passion she has for Uganda, for Africa,
It's
for
incredible.
humanity. It's just amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
I think that's, thank
Yeah.
you.
continue to.
That's why we love her. That's why
Yeah.
she's our friend.
Joffrey. And the suit, the jacket suits you from
Yes.
Bogart, man.
Love
Love the jacket,
but I'm
Paul.
feeling amazing.
I think
had to drop the one I came with.
Shout out to Bogart, man, for dressing you so you look absolutely
And you,
incredible.
obviously, because
I
isn't that
salute
your
them.
Bogart jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Because you flip and love all the glitter and
Bogart.
stuff.
thank you very much to Bogart for making us look so good.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Awesome.
Mr. Paul, thank you so much. We'll see you once again. We'll see you soon, and we'll definitely look forward to traveling to Uganda.